Welcome to the Charbon Report and our listeners on Google, Spotify, and other podcast platforms. I'm Michael A. Charbon. Today's title, Hey Siri, Hey Google, Alexa?
Hello, how can I help?
Awkward is right. So how many of your virtual assistants just answered you? Annoying, right? So we're in the age of the Jetsons. Ask a question and you get an answer. Actually, I think the very first one was fondly, hey honey. I still respond to that, and I'm not even a virtual assistant. I remember when I got my Hey Google, sorry, did yours go off? The neighbor I had came over and asked her a question. She didn't recognize his voice. So then he kind of saunters up like a guy at a bar with a bad pickup line and he goes, Hey Google. Thinking about that, I killed myself on the floor because he didn't get it. He thought it was like this tapped into a real woman. But the advent of the virtual assistant society, as one would say, has rendered the encyclopedia and the phone book gone for good. Like the rotary phone, Should we consider that they are always listening? How much of what we say, the TV programs we listen to, the TV programs we watch, the music we listen to is what I wanted to say, and they're registering it all in cyberspace, aren't they? What do they do with those questions we ask, or the ones they can't answer? I'm sorry, And who is they? Well, that's that huge aggregator of personal data that will evaluate and parse it all together and then monetize it. Silicon Valley, that's what it is. Have we ignored the fact that we have a bug planted in our house? A box and a bug that captures everything about our lives. Our daily routines, our conversations, what we watch, listen to, based on voice and sound recognition, automatically. Have we just accepted that these compromises of our privacy actually make us smarter and our lives easier? How many times have you had a discussion and you want to know that historical date or that fact? Or that actor's name from that film, I just can't remember. Or when you're watching Entertainment Tonight and you ask, Hey Siri, how old is Pamela Anderson?
Pamela Anderson is 55 years old.
Yeah, I know that. Sorry. Yes, well, there you go. See, instant information, duties asked without questions, all at your beck and call. Set a timer, set an alarm, turn on the lights, anything. A personal assistant that generally resides in the kitchen or in your living room. But does it not still freak you out when you're watching television and all of a sudden it just blurts out this stuff randomly about I never said anything. I want to know nationally, how many times a day people say, Hey Siri, shut up. Is the data anonymously kept somewhere? Should we be concerned about the collection of all those listening boxes? Those Jetson boxes? What if you asked about making a bomb? Does the word bomb then trigger an alert for a Silicon Valley social minder warrior to listen based on the perception of public safety? Then what happens to your name? What happens to your data? Are you put on a list? What if you said sake bomb, which I personally love, and sake didn't come through on the audio? When do they stop monitoring? When do they stop listening, for public safety? How much of our data is stored and associated to you personally, or your region, or your nationally located GPS, right? Even if it's anonymously, how much of it? As all things technical advance in quantum leaps, because society has an insatiable demand for tools to become smarter and cheaper and easier, by recognizing and making assumptions by what you're saying and what you're doing based on audio recognition. Why, let's customize the voice and the accent to a movie theme, like the Austin Powers movie theme. We'll get that new app. So you take your phone with you everywhere you go, right? I do, probably. What if there's heavy breathing, like a passionate moment, and the phone rings and Austin Powers answers it? Michael's currently shagging and can't answer the phone. Yeah, well, it's the wife calling, and I'm in the gym doing push-ups for what could be the very last time. That's what we're talking about. But what I want is, I want the Thanksgiving app, okay? So when you're having that argument with Uncle Buck again, and he denies who won the prediction of who was gonna be elected president, and all of a sudden Alexa perks up and plays back what Uncle Buck said last Thanksgiving. Gotcha. Pass the stuffing. Think about 10 years ahead, okay? Venture with me 10 years ahead, when we have a working voice-activated robot connected to the internet. The fridge reads our QR code, what you put in, what you take out, and it maintains a live virtual shopping list. You subscribe to a Mexican menu app and ask Alexa, I want my next Mexican dish on the list, please, Thursday night for 2. The app evaluates the ingredients in the fridge, makes a list, and orders what you need automatically for delivery next day by drone. Robot chef goes and picks it up at the front door and begins cooking your Mexican dinner from the recipe app that you subscribe to. Is that really too far-fetched? By the way, I like it extra hot, really hot. How about the virtual dating app, right? It takes all your swipe rights and sends out a hookup announcement, so you don't even have to make the call. The app does it. A future workforce? Ready for that? They're monitoring autonomous tractor trailers traveling across North America via GPS connection from their home computer. They never have to leave their basement. They never have to get up. When does all this become too smart and too convenient? And in actuality, we become dumb and dumber. Finally, please press and share and like and subscribe if you don't mind, wherever you get your podcasts. For more information, you can always visit thecharbonreport.com. Until next time, God bless and stay safe. I'm Michael A. Charbon for the Charbon Report.